Hi everybody, I thought I'd just share with you a little technique that I've been using to practice for sales meetings with ChatGPT. If you like this, give it a like below, send me a comment. Now let's try this out, right? So we've got ChatGPT over here in this other window. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to generate a buyer persona matrix, right? I've got a number of different people in the meeting that I'm just about to join, and I want to know a little bit about them, right? I want to know what does their day-to-day look like, what challenges do they typically face. So I'm going to create a matrix with the personas that I expect to be in this meeting. We've got the CIO, you've got someone from DevOps, an SRE, app dev, really is the whole IT team, representative from every person in the IT team that's going to be at this meeting. And I really want to know all the things that are important to them. So I'm going to have ChatGPT generate a matrix with each persona to tell me who I'm talking to, what does their day-to-day look like. And so let's give that a shot. Let's first of all get to understand the different personas that are involved in selling to an observability product. As we can see here, ChatGPT starts filling in the matrix for me. It's talking about CIOs are, top level executives. They're responsible for making strategic decisions. Day to day involves strategic planning, budgeting, etc., etc. DevOps are engineers that work on dev and ops, focusing on collaboration. They write a lot of code for test. They do a lot of stuff with deploying software code and creating efficient deployment workflows. We've got site reliability engineer. They care a lot about maintaining service level objectives and reducing toil. App devs, they do a lot of coding. They actually care a lot about collaborating with developers and stakeholders. IT operations, monitor and maintain IT systems. This is great, right? So I can already get an idea of what the people in my meeting, what they care about, and I can start to talk to them a little bit, right? Now, it's filling in one here for the observability platform team, which is the last persona I asked it to do. I'd actually like ChatGPT to be a little bit more specific, right? This is pretty generic stuff, talking about personas in the observability space, but I'm actually meeting with a customer, Dish Media. I actually want to know what they care about. So let's update the matrix specifically for Dish Media, right? So they're saying, hey, they're known for advertising services and various things like that. And so now I'm getting this idea that actually, they care a lot about Dish Media's IT strategy. Essentially it's now integrating little bits and pieces about things that Dish Media might actually care about into the matrix. Focused on ensuring continuous uptime for Dish Media services and platforms, for example. Ultimately, this is now getting a little bit more specific, which is nice. Okay, so this is helping me out with my meeting with Dish Media, with the personas that are going to be in the room, supporting Dish Media's business processes and service delivery, which is very important to Dish Media. This is great. Now, I can even take this a little bit of a step further, and I can actually get it to role play with me, right? So now I can ask ChatGPT, hey, I want you to be the CIO for Dish Media. Let me ask you some questions. I might position product as part of this conversation. I want to practice my objection handling. So let's throw in some objections, right? So the first thing I want to do as part of this conversation, just to practice before I get into this meeting, right? I mean, at the end of the day, practice makes perfect. And this might help you with any blind spots you might see in this meeting. So how much time does your team spend in war rooms, Dish Media CIO? So the CIO says, we try to minimize as much time we spend in war rooms. However, we do have significant system-wide incidents that require troubleshooting and coordination across teams. However, we strive to reduce this through proactive monitoring. And so let's position something, right? So we can say, Elastic can actually help you with that. So Elastic can reduce the amount of time you spend in war rooms through machine learning and anomaly detection. Here we go, some objections, right? So I express some skepticism. We've attempted to implement machine learning solutions before with the promise of reduced time. What makes Elastic solution different, more effective? How would the integration process look like given the multiple legacy systems? We're also concerned about possible disruptions during the integration. So now we can actually practice our objection handling with ChatGPT. So we can say, Elastic has many years of machine learning expertise. learning expertise, something like that. Elastic has been proven to be a robust integration partner due to its relevance in the open source community, right? Reassuring to hear. Is appealing. See, so open source, that's great. So now it's doing some more objections, like how does Elastic ensure the quality and relevance of its machine learning in the media broadcasting industry? So it's actually talking as if it's from Dish Media. And let's ask it something else. We'll take it down a different track. What is Dish Media's AI's ops strategy, for example? Maybe, the objections are getting a bit too much, but this helps you understand the things that people might object to, right? Which is great because it's one of the things that you need to essentially prepare for in these meetings. So that's interesting. So they've got an AI ops strategy. They're very interested in event noise reduction, anomaly detection, and automation. So this is one way that you can use ChatGPT to help you prepare for your next meeting and actually role play with some of the executives that might be in the room, so you can actually knock your next meeting out of the park. Thanks very much.